Hello, IEJ76 Ian here, and this is the Christmas Cup Tier 2, Round 4 from Brazil, and we are riding with the 2008 McLaren, and it's going to be raining according to the forecast later on, but we're starting on second place on the grid, reverse championship order, only 12 taking part in this race. Mr. Robin up ahead of us, slight incline for our start here. I've found in practice this has been quite a tricky car to get off the line, and I'm pretty sluggish off the line, and already Nezrin has passed me and there's cars coming either side of me, and I go through and I've gone straight on, and what's going on here? And that's terrible. I've lost it, and I've realised about this point as everyone streams by me that I'd somehow in practice just before this race switched my wheel and pedal settings back to my old ones, which meant that I was using the clutch as the brake, which I don't no longer use that in my latest settings, so terrible. So I basically didn't have any braking, so unfortunately I took Washi out ahead of me slightly, I discovered after the race. Very lucky not to take out half the field. If I'd started further back that would have been an absolute disaster, so a really inexcusable error for myself, and the good starting position of second has gone out the window. We're down in last but one. We've got Marcus, the Swedish driver, Foxy's Proxy behind us in 12th. I've gone for our dry setup, which may well be the wrong decision as it's going to rain, I think, fairly early in the race as we go through. And we've lost it, and we smash. And that just about sums up our first lap. So we've got some wing damage on the left-hand side here. And you can see, next lap, we do it again. And this time we get red damage. So it was definitely time to come into the pits at this point. We're already last, we're already miles behind, so we come into the pits and hopefully we've done our settings right, so the mechanics will change. They'll change our tyres, but they'll also change our wing. But you'll see there's a few spots of rain in the air, and I wish, in hindsight, maybe I'd set the mechanics to change to wet tyres, because I'm only going to have to come back in again in a lap or two. And this is us actually the very next lap as the rain is really hammering down. We've gone to the wet tyres. We're still in, well, we're not 12th actually because Extrama has crashed out, so we are 11th. So at this point we're thinking we may have a chance of getting some decent points, and we've crashed again, a different place this time for a change. So we're going to have to come in again because it's red wing damage, which in the rain is going to be hopeless. Here we are leaving the pits for our third stop, or was it fourth? I've lost count anyway. So this is lap 8 of 18. And it's just going from bad to worse. Now we're on to lap 10 now. We're very slow in these wet conditions. Not used to driving this car. And again at our favourite place, a spin. This time we didn't damage the wing though, so that's good. And now we're on to lap 11. We've managed to negotiate that tricky corner a couple more times. And we go up the hill. And now I started fiddling around with my brake bias here. And took my eyes off the road and crashed. Really, 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 really pathetic. And apologies to the others for my performance in that one. So I could have got some points for finishing. I won't though because it's a DNF. There were some great battles going on for the rest of the race, certainly for the podium. IIDK coming out on top from Frandy Thompson. They're the top two in the championship in whatever order, I'll have to check later. And in third place was JR Gamers DE, who's also a quick driver. So there's the final standings. We're classified 10th, but we won't get any points from a DNF. Next up is Abu Dhabi and the Red Bull.